Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. So we see a small reaction to support on the Bitcoin chart, probably the most significant reaction we had in the last, week or so. And not only that, we also see a small bounce on Bitcoin dominance. That's not too meaningful yet, but you can see that money is starting to flow a little bit into Bitcoin. So as Bitcoin is approaching the critical 100K mark, also Bitcoin dominance is pushing a bit, but that's not really anything significant or noteworthy, but it's just a start, probably also something to watch, because if Bitcoin pushes above 100K, I would say that the altcoins are taking a break, my view. Yeah, not bearish, but maybe taking a break, and then we'll have to see what Bitcoin does, obviously. As I said to you, as long as we're holding above support, we can still watch for higher, and that would be either, let's say, a high B wave. Even if it's a high B wave, as highlighted there in yellow, and we sell off afterwards or dip back into the range, it should, not will, but should reach 102K. Why is that? That's based on the calculations. If we measure the wave W length, so first of all, I see it as a high B wave potentially. Could also be that third wave in blue, which is more directly bullish. But if it's the wave W here of wave B, then this was an X wave low, and this here could be a Y wave up, and then this is an A, B, C. Just one way how to interpret this B wave. There are many ways, but essentially this 100% extension target, which is a very common target for a Y wave, yeah. See that's here at 102K, 101,993. But I probably didn't do it like super accurately. It was around about 102K. It also isn't so important because it's more like a level that matters. Yeah, it's not like the price has to get there exactly, but close to it. And we're on our way, yeah. And this here could be, if we look at the internal structure, considering this as within wave B. I have to change the wave degree, just noticing that now. Within wave B, we could make the, we could justify this as an A, B, C structure, yeah? Or we have a larger A, B, C, and then this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which I might go, but it doesn't matter so much. So what is important now is that we're obviously holding above the intraday low that is located at the 50% retracement of our support zone, which generated support, which is great. It offered support. It is a very fragile structure, so I would recommend anybody who entered in that box, maybe secure your profits, or whatever that means for you. You could just move your stop to break even or something, but it is a very fragile structure there at the moment. And any break, however, above the green line could open the door to 100K and then 102K. And if it's the blue count, and this was indeed a larger 1-2 setup, well, then we might see 110K. I haven't even labeled all of that because this is quite a messy correction and there are just too many options. So I tried to, as you know, I tried to keep it simple in the last few days and just explained, I'm just watching this support area, and ideally the bulls turn up here below 92,417. We might be dealing with that larger wave 4, but for now we're trying to move away from support again in quite an impulsive way. So I think the levels are all clear. We have here this green line at 99,250. 1 second, it's actually a little bit lower than that, isn't it? Yeah, it's 99K pretty much, yeah. 99K, that's the previous line. We need to get above that. But again, it needs to go a little higher anyway. We need a sustained break. So that's needed. And then approaching 100,330, then 102K. And I mean, if the B wave doesn't stop there, we might be dealing with actually a structure towards 110K. But depending on how it develops now, I will communicate that in the next video early tomorrow and on Discord later today. But depending on what happens, we'll see how the Asian market is handling this. And in the very short term, I mean, if we look at, 1 second, I just locked that. If we see this as a possible local impulse, then the price must hold now above the 50% retracement. So that means, in other words, I just told you that the intraday low must hold. I mean, that's straightforward and that's quite obvious, but we need to hold above Fibonacci level, a break below it below this Fibonacci, micro Fibonacci range would indicate that that would be the first indication that something starts to break, okay, weakness. So we talk here about 96,885. I mean, that would be micro support. I really wanted to hold above it. Any break below it will make Bitcoin probably fall back into the range. Yeah, that's the update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.